Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, how we're going to fix this bad boy together. Guys, the reason that we do the things that we do is surmised so beautifully in this video, and you're going to want to send this one out because did you know, from the depths of the genius of the gun control argument, your rights are now just like carrying around grizzly bears? This is a real thing. They actually put this out on the gun controlling left, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think as we tear it asunder from orbit. Now, everything will be linked in the description box below. Per usual, I always bring the receipts, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because we are on a mission here to scrub gun control from our entire culture, because, you know, freedom is better than control. Anyway, let's get into this. We're going to jump over to my X profile at Braden LOA. Make sure you follow me over there because we are grinding all the way. This is an amazing outlet, and as we grow further, it only amplifies our voice, and thank you guys for checking that out. Now, this content is brought to you by a sponsor, Aura. I'm going to say a quick video, and then we're going to hit this. Today, I want to talk to you through our sponsor, Aura. Now, this is an identity theft solution, and I want to tell you an example that happened to me personally and my wife. Now, she bought gas like every one of us does on a daily basis and used her credit card. That number was skimmed and stolen, and we would not have known that some criminal shyster on the internet was using our individual number and money to buy incremental purchases at random places across the United States very subtly and sneakily. And that's where Aura comes in. There's a link in the description box below to get your free 2-week trial, but let me show you some of the benefits they're offering. They offer data broker opt-out. It will help remove your personal information from data brokers, and Aura will make sure that they cannot sell your information to identity thieves. It's got identity theft protection and monitors your credit file and your social security number. There's financial fraud protection. You can get alerted in minutes when your credit file has been compromised. I'm not leaving my family and those that I love vulnerable to these types of thieves, so neither do you. Go to aura.com/Langley. There's a link in the description box below and start your free 2-week trial to get in front of these shysters, and that's enough time to figure out if there's something going on with your profile. Link right in the description. All right, let's get into this. Guys, this one, I cannot wait to read your comments on this one. Because the very people of which we are constantly just embattled with on the left, the gun controllers, right? We're the gun right side, they're the gun control side. We say one thing, they counter with stupid, genuinely, grizzly bears. This is linked to my X profile. You can check it out for yourself. It'll also be in the description. Let's dive right in, and please send this out because it highlights the idiocy. All right, commentary from Alabama. The freedom that's killing Alabama. July 7th. This is from today. Let's dive in together. Imagine, by the way, pet peeve, when the left does this little thing where they go, imagine a world where this, I cannot stand that. Anyway, let's continue. Imagine 3 out of every 10 Americans owned a grizzly bear. I'm going to get dramatic with it. Not as pets, as protection. We'd share sidewalks with grim-faced men leading their bears by a leash. Stores would have signs reminding patrons not to bring bears inside. Those that didn't wouldn't have many frightened customers looking to try to evade the enormous beast blocking the aisles. Of course, this would be normalized like any other male paranoia. Movies would feature cops staring criminals down, their cold gazes intercut with the bears' faces. There would be bear sections at sporting goods stores with staff available to describe the reach and quality of each grizzly on sale. Your Facebook page would be flooded with AI-generated images showing good guys with bears stopping bad guys with a bear. You seeing the comparison here? Bears. Grizzly bears. Second Amendment rights. Grizzly bears. Behold the left. Let's continue. This isn't a world that you would want to live in. Grizzly bears weigh 800 to 1,200 pounds, have terrifyingly powerful bites, and can outrun human beings with surprising speed. They also have the ability to think, reason, and control themselves. But don't let facts get in the way. Let's continue. I'm gripped by the parallels here. Just the hypothetical is so powerful. Please hear the sarcasm. All right. But what would that matter? In this world, as in ours, the ability of some to legally commit violence against others is the only freedom not subject to judicial veto. People always have reasons to justify bear ownership, and when one reason fails, they grab another. Any ursine restriction is viewed with abhorrence. Licensing? Authoritarian. Training to handle bears? An insult to our intelligence. Bear storage? Nanny state intrusion. Again, this is actually active on the internet. The left consistently does this thing with gun control, where they make up these insane hypotheticals, these insanely insulting, stupid arguments, and then couch them as reality, as that's really what's happening with the gun rights in this country. Of course it's not. Number one, as I mentioned prior, there's a little slight difference with an inanimate object that sits on your desk or on your holster versus a grizzly bear that can decide to walk and do whatever it wants. One has the ability to make a decision, and one is an inanimate object. But again, don't let a rational argument get in the way. Guns are like grizzly bears, 800 to 1,200 pound grizzly bears. And if we would just simply get on board with grizzly bear control, we could be safer. I'm not even done yet. Let's keep going. Cable news would perpetually defer to bear wrangling experts, perpetually annoyed about the media getting details about claws and furs incorrect. It's painful. Meanwhile, bears would be attacking people because that's what happens when inexperience confronts wild animals. Again, bears would be attacking people. Guns don't attack people. The people holding the gun does the thing. Again, there's a very basic understanding that my 9-year-old could understand. But again, this is about serving a point. This isn't about living in a logical, rational world. This is about making some big painted picture and how guns are evil. Don't worry, I'm not even to the red highlighted parts yet. I thought about this as I was reading the latest butcher bill from Alabama's Guns for Everyone approach to public safety. Did you? This is what you were thinking about? You sure it wasn't articulated and created in this fictional world, maybe by a little prompting by AI, where you could really think of something powerful and magical to really bring people into tyranny? A Johns Hopkins University gun control organization study released last month found the state in 2023 had a gun suicide death rate of 12.1 per 100,000 residents. Again, suicide. So we're talking about suicide, grizzly bears in Alabama. Pause for dramatic effect. Okay, we're coming up to the red part. But a fully funded, fully accessible mental health care network would still struggle to contain the damage from a society deluged with firearms. In a city where everyone carries lighters and oily rags, you can't expect a fire department to prevent an inferno. Okay, this is really important as we get into the red part. In a city where everyone carries lighters and oily rags, you can't expect a fire department to prevent an inferno. Really. So in a city that has all the gun control in the world, you can't expect the gun control to put out an inferno. You see how we can do that too? It's about the people. That's why we're changing the culture on this channel. We're not just doing these really stupid hypotheticals and imaginary scenarios which have no basis in reality, even bouncing to this idea of lighters and oily rags. Even still, that doesn't matter. Let's continue. The Johns Hopkins report has good solutions, even transparently obvious ones. Laws requiring gun owners to safely store their weapons. Laws by the state to mandate your storage, and guess what? The only thing the way you can enforce that is by having an organization that would 100% confirm where they were at which point in time to enforce that law. This idea of like these laws with no one to enforce them is just this magical, almost said a bad word, this magical crap that these leftists put out. It doesn't make sense on any planet. Why would you pass a law and have no one to enforce it? It doesn't even make sense. That's why I'm so against this, is because if you have a state to mandate the safe storage of your weapons, that means you have the state to mandate who is enforcing it and which person will have consequences after they check of your safe storage weapons. This whole line where there's a law so everyone will follow it, so you need no enforcement, kind of gets undercut by the whole invention of police. Anyway. Gun licenses as a prerequisite to purchasing a gun. Licenses for your rights. Again, these are rights. and laws allowing the confiscation of the weapons of people who may be a danger to themselves or others, then taking away your rights because they put it behind a license of which they can grant, they can take away. Do you see how the grizzly bear applies here? Of course you don't. It's an insane premise that they're putting out there. But again, this is all put forward to push safe storage laws, gun licenses, and red flag laws. They have no bounds, people. Let's continue. We've got some more yellow. And maybe, legislators are starting to see the issues with that. The legislature this year voted to make possession of Glock switches fully federally illegal, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Which can turn handguns into automatic weapons, a state crime. It's already a federal crime, but the hope is that the new law will make it easier to get these devices off the streets. Do they hear themselves talk? It's almost like criminals are going to criminal no matter what criminals want to criminal. But safe storage laws, about as common sense as approach as you can get in a state that claims to love common sense, have struggled to get anywhere in this legislature. And gun licenses, we all but abolished those for concealed carry in 2022. Yeah, we destroyed them. Constitutional carry is here to stay. This is madness, says the bear wrangler. And it's hard to tell how any of this is different from letting people run wild with bears. Alabama has a nation-leading rates of firearm suicide and homicide, all in the name of freedom. After all, you can have all the safety in the world as a serf. The king will take care of you. Don't worry. And what freedom is that? The freedom to fire a gun into a world that frightens you? No. It's the freedom to have the rights of our rights. To have our rights to prevent tyranny from taking our rights. This is not difficult. But don't worry. Please see Grizzly Bear. And that's what I've got for you this night. I hope you guys enjoy my dramatic reasoning of the grizzly bear gun control analogy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.